Hey everyone, and welcome back to Wise and Wonders. Today, we're diving deep into one of history's greatest mysteries, the fall of the Roman Empire. We're talking about a civilization that built roads we still use today, a culture that influenced law, language, art, architecture, pretty much everything. At its peak, Rome controlled a vast territory stretching from the British Isles to the Middle East. It was a period of unprecedented peace and prosperity. The Pax Romana. So how did this mighty empire, a seemingly unstoppable force, crumble into dust? To understand Rome's fall, we have to look beyond the barbarian hordes at the gates. It's tempting to imagine a sudden dramatic collapse. But the truth is far more complex. The decline was gradual, a slow burn fueled by problems brewing within. One word: politics. Imagine endless power struggles, emperors rising and falling faster than you can say veni, vidi, vici. Bribery and corruption became the name of the game, eroding public trust and crippling the empire's ability to function effectively. Ineffective leadership meant bad decisions, and bad decisions have a nasty habit of snowballing, right? Okay, picture this. Rome's economy was essentially built on two things: conquest and slavery. Conquest brought in land, riches, and of course, more slaves. But as the empire stopped expanding, the flow of easy money and free labor dried up. To make matters worse, Rome's taste for luxury goods, especially from the East, drained its coffers. And if you think taxes are bad now, imagine living under the crushing weight of Roman taxation. It all added up to a recipe for economic disaster, folks. Chapter 3. Too big to defend, military overstretch. At its peak, the Roman Empire was vast, a sprawling behemoth stretching across continents. But here's the catch. All that territory was a logistical nightmare to defend. It's like trying to build a wall around, well, everything. Maintaining a massive army to patrol those borders, crazy expensive. And then there were the barbarian tribes, constantly testing the empire's defenses, probing for weaknesses. It was only a matter of time before those cracks turned into gaping holes. Chapter 4, A New Faith, Christianity's Rise. Now this is where things get really interesting. The rise of Christianity is one of the most fascinating and transformative periods in history. It began as a small, obscure sect within Judaism, but it quickly grew into a powerful and influential religion that would shape the course of Western civilization. The rise of Christianity played a complex and often debated role in Rome's decline. Initially, Christians were persecuted by the Roman authorities. They were seen as a threat to the traditional Roman way of life and the authority of the emperor. Despite this, the Christian faith continued to spread, attracting converts from all walks of life. On one hand, Christianity offered a message of hope and unity during a time of crisis. The Roman Empire was facing numerous challenges, including economic troubles, military defeats, and internal strife. For many people, Christianity provided a sense of community and belonging, as well as a promise of eternal life. On the other hand, it shifted loyalty away from the emperor and towards the church. This shift in loyalty was significant because it undermined the traditional Roman social and political order. The emperor was no longer seen as the ultimate authority, and this weakened the cohesion of the empire. This new faith, with its emphasis on peace and humility, also clashed with Rome's traditional warrior ethos. The Roman Empire had been built on military conquest and the strength of its legions. Christianity's message of turning the other cheek and loving one's enemies was at odds with this warrior culture. Some historians argue that this cultural shift weakened Rome's military spirit, making it more difficult for the empire to defend itself against external threats. The decline of the Roman legions and the increasing reliance on mercenaries are often cited as evidence of this weakening. But it's a debate that continues to this day. While some scholars believe that Christianity played a significant role in the fall of Rome, others argue that the empire's decline was due to a combination of factors, including economic troubles, political corruption, and external invasions. Regardless of the exact cause, the rise of Christianity marked a profound transformation in the history of the Western world. Chapter 5. Nature takes its toll, plagues and pandemics. Imagine a world without modern medicine, sanitation, or even a basic understanding of germs. A world where the simplest infection could mean death, and where diseases spread unchecked through entire populations. This was the harsh reality for ancient civilizations, including the Romans. The Romans, despite their advancements in engineering, law, and military strategy, were not immune to the ravages of disease. Their bustling cities and extensive trade networks, which were the backbone of their empire, also became conduits for the spread of deadly pathogens. And then came the plagues, sweeping through the empire with terrifying speed and ferocity. The Antonine Plague, which struck in 165 AD, is believed to have been either smallpox or measles. It decimated the Roman army and caused widespread panic. The plague of Cyprian, which followed in the 3rd century, further weakened the empire, killing thousands daily at its peak. These epidemics did more than just kill people. They weakened the Roman army, making it difficult to defend the empire's vast borders. Trade routes were disrupted, leading to economic decline. The social fabric of Roman society was torn apart as fear and uncertainty spread. People fled cities, abandoning their homes and livelihoods in a desperate attempt to escape the invisible killer. As if that wasn't enough, the Romans also had to contend with climate change. Shifts in weather patterns led to crop failures and famine, further destabilizing the empire. The combination of disease, economic hardship, and food shortages created a perfect storm of misery and chaos. It's a stark reminder that even the mightiest empires are vulnerable to the forces of nature. The story of the Roman plagues is not just a tale of ancient history, but a cautionary lesson for our own times. It shows us how interconnected our world is and how the health of a society can be its greatest strength or its most profound weakness. As we face our own modern pandemics, we would do well to remember the lessons of the past. Outro lessons from the ruins. So, the fall of the Roman Empire wasn't about one single cause, but rather a perfect storm of factors. It was a complex interplay of internal weaknesses and external pressures that led to its eventual downfall. From political corruption to economic instability, the empire faced numerous challenges that it couldn't overcome. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers of political corruption, economic inequality, and the erosion of civic virtue. Leaders who prioritized their own power and wealth over the well-being of the state contributed to a system that was increasingly unsustainable. The gap between the rich and the poor widened, creating social tensions that further weakened the empire. The unsustainable nature of empires built on conquest is another critical lesson. Rome's expansionist policies stretched its resources thin and made it difficult to defend its vast borders. Military overreach and constant warfare drained the empire's finances and manpower, leaving it vulnerable to external invasions and internal revolts. But it's also a story about resilience, adaptation, and the enduring legacy of Roman culture. Despite its fall, the Roman Empire left an indelible mark on the world. Its legal systems, architectural innovations, and cultural achievements continue to influence modern societies. The ability to adapt and learn from past mistakes is a testament to human resilience. The enduring legacy of Roman culture can be seen in various aspects of our daily lives. From the languages we speak to the legal principles that govern our societies, Rome's influence is pervasive. Museums around the world showcase Roman artifacts, drawing millions of visitors who are eager to learn about this fascinating civilization. As we grapple with our own challenges today, from climate change to political polarization, the lessons from Rome are more relevant than ever. The parallels between the issues faced by ancient Rome and those we encounter today are striking. Political corruption, economic inequality, and environmental degradation are challenges that require urgent attention. Perhaps we can learn from Rome's mistakes and strive to build a more just and sustainable future. By addressing these issues head-on and fostering a sense of collective responsibility, we can work towards a society that values equity, sustainability, and resilience. Community-driven initiatives and grassroots movements are already making strides in this direction. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Your thoughts and insights are invaluable as we continue to explore the lessons from history and apply them to our present and future. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this.